Oh, hey. Yeah. Says we're on.
Wow.
Hey, this is Johnny Beane.
Hey,
And
Dave Nesdahl. What's going on?
what's up, man?
Not me.
It's 11:16 p.m., August 25th, 2016, here in California anyway.
Yep. 2:16 a.m. here.
Friday, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Friday where you are.
It is. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can just do this quick.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh I'm seeing on Facebook. I don't know how recent this article is. It says Hendrix was named the greatest guitar player in history by
Yeah,
Rolling Stone magazine.
I can believe that.
You think he's the best?
Well, I mean, as far as what he did for guitar, I think he changed rock and roll. Yes, Eddie did again, but it's Hendrix is the forefather of it. So it's only I think Eddie Van Halen would agree that Hendrix should have that title.
Hmm.
I mean, is it what I do? Is that my favorite guitar player? No, he's my second favorite. But there are a lot of the generation just before me would say that Hendrix was the best guitar player on the planet, and you know, uh, I think the polls, those readers polls are geared towards the generation before me anyway for this stuff.
Hmm. I never I've never taken one of those polls.
Neither have I.
I don't know. The Rolling Stone magazine polls, they've always been kind of something's always been a bit off of those things. I don't know. Hey, Sean Mahoney. Sean says, "Hey guys, I'm doing a marathon till 3 a.m. my time. Lol.
God bless.
Meaning staying up to order something. They only deliver at
Well, what are you
3
ordering?
a.m.
Oh, food. Food, you mean?
That's when the drive-through reopens. Taco Bell drive-through. They used to actually close for like a couple hours. I remember you could go there until like a certain like 2 o'clock, and then you couldn't come back till like 5 or something. Although
Yeah.
that was years ago. Maybe they're actually.
I know McDonald's here in town is open 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, the drive-through.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
but
drive-through. The one in Walnut or in San Ramon drive-through is open 24 hours. Yeah,
Mhm.
I came home from either a gig or rehearsal one time, and had to
And you made that mistake.
had to swing through there and get a Big Mac.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was a couple of years ago. Hey, Killer Chimp 12. Killer Chimp 12 is saying on the Beep tour, what did Ed use the octave pedal for? Hmm.
Runaround. The beginning
You
of Runaround.
you really want to know? Yeah, the beginning of Runaround, and maybe possibly. Well, I know he did use it. I was gonna say maybe possibly for uh, Spanked, but I know he did use it. There was this one show where they actually busted out like the first verse and chorus of Spanked, where Eddie was on the guitar, regular guitar.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sammy got a license plate from the crowd and showed it to Eddie and said, "Hey, can we just play a bit of this?" And Eddie starts playing it on the regular guitar, and then he hits the octave pedal for that too.
Mm-hmm.
There's footage. I forget what show it is. I've seen it. I've seen that. Yes. Oh, Sean says, yeah, I get paid at 3 a.m.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then it's Jack in the Box time. I think they're open all night. Drive through.
Get a taco for me. No cheese.
Those aren't real tacos.
Good enough.
I don't think they have cheese on them. I think they're just the.
Yeah, they do. They have cheese inside of them.
Oh, okay.
You can order it with no cheese though.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Sean says, indeed. I just ate. I just had a really bad hot dog, so I'm not myself. Hey, Stefan. Killer Chump 12 says, I can't stand Taco Bell anymore. I stopped eating.
I didn't have Taco Bell. I had Moe's. I went to Moe's and had a big.
To where?
Moe's.
Moe's burritos?
Yes.
Moe's? Is it a chain or just like a?
Yes, it's a chain. It's like Chipotle.
But it's over there.
They make it for you. Yeah, well, they have both here. Yeah, but they make it right in front of you the same way that Chipotle does.
Yeah, Killer Chimp 12. You can't stand Taco Bell anymore. I haven't had Taco Bell for about 3 years. I used to eat at Taco Bell all the time because it's cheap. You could get their, what was it called? Cheesy 5-layer burrito, whatever. It was only like, what, $1 or something? Or
I don't
it was
think
so
it's that
cheap
anymore.
Yeah, it's probably not, but yeah, I used to get a few too many of those, and I started getting to the point where I started feeling really weird. So I went to the doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, stop eating that." So I haven't had Taco Bell. It's been about 3 years now. Last time I had Taco Bell. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Sean Mahoney also says, no tacos. I think Eric is probably paying for that about now, Lowell. Evil laugh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's that they say, that's what it does. For me it never was. Taco Bell actually never made me sick. That was the reason I ate there. McDonald's would make me sick. Everything else would make me like physically like ill. Taco Bell actually didn't. So that was the weird thing. Although eventually it made me kind of ill in other ways, I guess. Kind of weird. I don't know. But yeah, now it's like Chipotle, all the time. But it's not the same. I mean, it's not really the same kind of thing. Killtron 12 is saying, I prefer Deal Taco? Deal, or do you mean Del Taco?
I don't know.
Their combo burritos and crinkly fries are lit. Deal Taco or Del Taco? There's a Del Taco out here.
Never heard of it.
Man, yeah, when I was a kid, there was this place called Taco John's, I think it was called. Oh, it was so good. It was better than Taco Bell. It was amazing. I remember it. I can remember it. I was like, wow. Oh yeah.
Ordering right now.
Del Taco. Yeah. Del Taco. It actually is. Yeah. Because I'm actually tasting. This will sound really weird. Okay, I'm tasting a taco from from when I was 14.
You are one weird dude.
You know, I'm imagining. Hey, Joe Wentz, my mouth is actually watering. Oh wow, thinking about that taco. Yeah, because Taco Bell is hit and miss. You know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it tastes too much like cinnamon. You can taste the cinnamon sometimes. You know,
Yeah,
because you know they
because
put
of the cinnamon twists.
no, just in the taco they put cinnamons and everything. Right?
I didn't know that.
Isn't that a Seinfeld thing
I don't know.
where it always comes down to cinnamon? But yeah, sometimes next time you eat a Taco Bell taco, think about cinnamon and you can actually taste it. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's good. Sometimes it, you know, yeah. But like I said, I haven't eaten there for like 3 years. So the last time I ate there was when they first came out with those Doritos Loco tacos.
Oh, those are good.
The uh, the regular one, not the Cool Ranch one, the regular one. When they
Yeah,
first
right.
came out with those, that's when I stopped eating there. Oh yeah, and those killed me. Those things made me physically ill. I couldn't. I could only have one of those, and it was horrible.
You know what I like is the crunch wrap.
Hmm. That's cool.
I like the crunch wrap, and I like the what are they called? You know what? I don't remember.
Hey, David Allen. He's asking, what is the topic tonight other than Taco Bell? Yeah, the topic is actually has nothing to do with this, but it could have something to do with getting to Taco Bell. The topic is, what's your preferred form of transportation? Do you like to ride your bike to Taco Bell? Do you like to take the bus to Taco Bell? Would you like to do you walk to Taco Bell? How does everybody get to Del Taco?
I take my private helicopter.
Hmm. Joe Wen says he loves taco salads.
Chalupa, chalupa. I like the chalupa.
The chalupa. Oh, that's the thing with the kind of like the like a pita bread kind of
Well, no,
outside.
that's the gordita.
Corti.
Gordita. The chalupa is it's like kind of like a biscuit, but it's a wraparound biscuit that's crunchy, kind of soft. It's kind of biscuity.
You said wraparound biscuit.
Um, yeah.
Oh, oh, David Allen says a drone deliveries are 15 minutes or less.
Drone.
Just imagine drones like dropping tacos from the sky.
No, I can't.
Imagine that.
Robot taco drivers.
Yeah. Wait a minute, David Allen, are you actually building drones to deliver tacos?
David Allen's he's a troublemaker. That guy.
Do you have a drone, man, David Allen?
I don't know, man.
I have a feeling you might.
David Allen, why don't you sell me one of your Ripley guitars? Come on, man, sell me one. I don't care what color it is. I'll take a black one. I'll even take the beat up one that you
Zebra 3 Vault Bay City said 2 burritos and a root beer float. That sounds like a lot of food. To have 2 burritos?
got. It's not that much.
Depends on the burrito, I guess. I mean, aren't most burritos kind of big?
Not necessarily.
And what place that serves burritos serves root beer floats?
I have no clue.
You know, A&W serves. You know, they're famous for the root beer floats, but they serve cheeseburgers.
Ugh.
Oh, and that place made me physically like I was so sick after I ate there one time. It's been years now, but I'll never go back there again. Killer Chimp 12 is saying, imagine guitars raining from the sky via drone delivery. Yeah,
It
imagine
wouldn't
the
be it wouldn't be so cool if you got hit with one.
imagine drones dropping flying V's. You know,
Hmm.
literally, literally, there'd be flying V's flying out of the sky.
Yeah.
uh, yes. So anyway, so what were you saying? Oh, you like to take your helicopter? Okay,
Yeah.
but no. What's your preferred form of? Well, I guess you drive,
I do drive.
right? I mean, didn't you just drove like 6 hours the other day?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Hmm. It's faster than taking the bus.
Yeah. Walking is faster than taking the bus.
Almost, yeah. It almost is. You know. Uh, myself, I used to ride a bike everywhere. I wish I still did, but it was cool. I rode everywhere on that thing. But this was years ago. This was quite a while back.
Hmm.
David Allen says automation is coming to fast food soon. It's also oh yeah, you were saying this on another video, David. I saw that. You commented earlier on another video talking about the same thing. He was saying it's easy to hack the ordering microphone system run, the drive-throughs.
Yeah.
He says the 800 MHz
Megahertz.
megahertz, like the old wireless phones back in the 90s. Also, the credit card systems are not encrypted like you think they are. Yeah, that's why you give them dollars. It's like, how much is that taco? $2. Here's $2 or two, whatever it is. 216. I remember when I was a kid, uh, the was it the combo meal
Yep.
at McDonald's? It was 318 exactly. So I'd go through there. I knew exactly $3.18, and that sounds cheap now.
It does
What
sound cheap.
what's it now? You go through there and it's like $5. I don't even know. Is everybody hungry?
No, I'm not.
All this talk about tacos, man. Oh, that Taco John taco though. Oh, that was so good. Oh man,
What's that?
I could eat like three of those right now. Maybe three and a half. Yeah. So my preferred form of transportation,
Yeah.
driving, drive. I'll drive. I drive up to Walnut Creek all the time. You know, Takes me a little over an hour to get up there. Sometimes a little more. A little over an hour to get back. Sometimes, you know. The one thing I hate doing is driving into the city. Not because of traffic. I don't mind I don't mind driving around to San Francisco with the crazy hills and everything. That's fine. It can get kind of scary though when you have to stop at a stop sign and you're like driving straight up
Yep.
and you roll backwards a little bit. Yeah, that I don't dig that. The thing I hate about driving into the city is parking. Always worrying about getting parking close to where I'm going, especially if I'm performing or something where I have to take gear or whatever. Like, what
Yeah.
about you? Like, you drive into Manhattan and stuff.
Hmm.
Like, what's it? Is there? How do you feel about that? Does it make you nervous?
No, as long as someone's carrying my gear into the club, I don't really care.
Someone comes out and grabs it from you and takes it in.
Yeah, I mean, there's door personnel there, and they're there every week, so they know when I'm coming. They know, it's easy, it's fine.
Hmm. And is there a garage you park in, or do you have to find a
No,
spot? Or
on the spot. The object is to try not to pay to play in the city or park.
hmm hmm Oh man, yeah, it used to be great because it used to be meters would expire at like 6 or 6:30 or whatever.
Hmm.
Now I think a lot of, well, at least in the San Francisco or the city or whatever, I think a lot of meters now, some of them go till like 10 o'clock at night,
That's insane.
10:30. Some might actually be 24 hours
That's crazy.
a meter. Imagine that.
I can't.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, even in Walnut Creek, I just heard some of the garages there are actually they're installing meters in the parking garages where it used to be free. Like some are like 2 hours, some are like free all day or whatever, or free so many hours. I think now they're putting meters in them.
Right.
Like $1 for like the first hour or something.
No, well, $1's not so bad.
You ever take the subway?
Yes.
It's crazy.
It can be. Sometimes it's cool. I
Is it
used to
pretty?
work, when I worked at Manny's, I took the subway every day.
Is it pretty dirty?
Um, Depends on the train.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are. Some of them are new.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Out here, there's this subway monorail system called BART.
Uh-huh.
Well, not here in Santa Cruz, but up. Uh, I don't think it's even in San Jose yet. San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley, Richmond, Walnut Creek. There's the subway monorail,
Right.
and I used to ride that all the time. And yeah, sometimes you go in there and there's some sketchy guy sitting in there, like you know
Yeah, I know it.
keeps like looking at you and stuff, and it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you always try to get away from the weirdos. And there's always the one guy who comes in, blasting the music, on his boombox, doesn't turn it off,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Hey, touch. Don't like.
But anyway, the BART system out here, it's actually been in a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies, because they film a lot of stuff out here, right?
Yeah.
An example of that, uh, the I don't think you actually see the BART trains in this movie, but you see I believe they shot some of the scenes and some of the what would you call them?
On location.
Uh, some of the what do you call it? Where the train goes underground?
Subway.
Some of the subway areas. Yeah, this movie that George Lucas, his first film he did. It's called like THX something.
Hmm.
Yeah. What is it? I'm sure some nerd knows.
Yeah, I don't know.
THX. What's the number? It's a number of a stormtrooper from Star Wars. Um. Anyway, I believe some of that was filmed in the BART uh, railways underground, like when they first built that stuff. And you see it on TV now and then. You see it in the movies here and there. Anyway, okay, real quickly here. Stefan says THX 5150. Close. It's like, what's the stormtrooper? The one that has the number in the first movie.
I don't
That's
know.
where that's where that number came from, was this other movie that George Lucas did some years before. Uh Joe Wentz is saying, Johnny, is traffic always a total disaster out there, or is it pretty reasonable? Well, where I am in Santa Cruz, there's literally one uh, highway. Really, if you look at a map and look at Santa Cruz and look, if you want to go south from Santa Cruz, you see like one highway or freeway or whatever you want to call it. Um, and when that's backed up, it's backed up, and all you have is like basically one side street to take. So traffic can get kind of crazy down here. Up in San Jose, I mean, it all depends on the time of day. If you know like certain times of day, if you know, oh, if I've like a lot of times I drive up to the East Bay to Walnut Creek, which from here is about roughly an hour and a half sometimes. So let's say if I have to be up there at 2 o'clock, I'll leave here at noon, and then most of the time roll in with maybe half an hour to spare sometimes. Unless there's an accident on what's called Highway 17, which goes over and through mountains between San Jose and Santa Cruz. If you look at a map, you'll see it, and it's a crazy, crazy stretch of road where you're basically driving in circles for like 20 minutes. It's horrible. I hate it. Um, but if there's an accident there, and there's accidents every day. I was driving home one time, driving south, and on the other side of the what's it called? Where they put in between, you know,
Yeah,
a car actually came and hit right next to where I was, and I saw sparks, I saw everything, and if that thing hadn't have been there, it would have hit me head on, right? Uh, but yeah, there's accidents there every day. But the thing is, if you're trying to get somewhere during the day, if there's an accident there, either during rush hour in the morning, or in the early evening, if there's an accident, you're screwed. You can be stuck. You know.
yeah, it does suck.
Yeah, and don't even. Yeah, if you're coming from the East Bay from San Francisco trying to come down to Santa Cruz like during the weekends, forget it. Traffic is piled up for miles because everybody tries to come down here for the beaches and everything, because this is where the beaches are. You know, I mean, yeah, there's beaches in San Francisco, but it's mostly it's cold. The real beaches are actually here in Santa Cruz, and of course further south you go. Hey Pete, 802 Blues. Hey man. Uh, okay.
Gang's all here.
Yes. Zebra 3 Vault Bay City says, Johnny, how do you enjoy the drive to Anaheim for Nam? Uh, it's not bad. It's not bad. Most of the time I take 5, and you're basically driving through uh cow town. You're driving through like farms mainly until you get to the grapevine, and then you pass by it used to be called Magic Mountain, right?
Yeah.
There's actually an early Van Halen bootleg of them playing there at Magic Mountain.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I think that's where I think that was the first time they ever played in Talking About Love. I think because it's actually different. If you listen to the way Eddie plays the beginning, it's slow, and it's slower, and he actually plays more notes in it. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, that was at Magic Mountain. And yeah, you pass by that when you take that route. It's not a bad drive. I mean, it's not. I've gotten down there pretty quickly, many times,
Wow.
many times. Okay, let's see. Let's do a few more. Uh, Stefan, Johnny, how far are you from where they hold the Nam show? Um,
Far.
would you say far?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm far, but I'm not that far. Um, I guess you could do MapQuest from Santa Cruz to Anaheim, and you can see exactly. I could probably get down there, and depends on traffic. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, it's really not that super far to get to LA, but the problem is once you get there, you actually sit in traffic for hours, right?
Right.
So let's say from here I can get to LA in like I don't know 4 hours, maybe less. I mean, depending. But once I get there, I can be sitting there for 2 hours just trying to get another, you know, to get somewhere that's not too much farther. That's what always happens. You get there and you end up sitting.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got
what
you.
was that? Yeah. Uh, 802 Blues is talking to Joe Wentz. And David Allen is saying David Allen Wright just said, I'm going to send Christopher Locke a 1984 Kramer Ripley body to duplicate. Finding the hex pickup and building the boards from the original sourcing the parts will be difficult unless Steve Ripley has some extra parts. One thought I think in the building the guitar updated. Cool. That's cool, man.
That's
That's cool, huh?
he still hasn't said he'd sell me one though. He's
I
bogarting
think
all
he
the Ripleys.
Zebra 3 Vault Bay City is saying, "What's your best time? 5 hours to get to LA?" Well, I mean, it's kind of well. Actually, let me map quest that right now. Yeah, because generally, I've only been living down here for a year, so I've only driven down there once. No, wait, is that right? Yeah, I've only driven down there once since I've lived. No, twice. I've driven down there twice since I've lived here in Santa Cruz. Normally, I would have been leaving from further up, which would add an hour and a half. So let me actually see what. Well, Anaheim is actually further south than LA. It's actually maybe. It's actually a little bit, but if I was to say Anaheim, which is where. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, like right now. If I was to leave right now to get to Anaheim, wait a minute, is that right? From here? Yeah. Okay. If I was to get to Anaheim right now, hey, good night, Stefan. It says 5.5 hours.
No way.
So if I left right now, I would get there in 5.5 hours to Anaheim. Uh, wait a minute. No, that's not what I want. Um, yeah. And if I wanted to go to LA right now, it's about 5 hours. So see, Anaheim adds half an hour.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
from Anaheim to LA, it's like half an hour. So in LA from here is about 5 hours just by, driving. But if I flew, if I, drove up to San Jose airport, I would get down there in like half an hour.
Right.
It wouldn't be anything. Yeah, it'd be nothing.
20 minutes.
Let me see. What does it say by bike? No, I'm kidding. Okay. I think we're gonna say hey because
Right.
yes. But hey everybody. Yeah, good night. Have a good night. And I guess we'll do a hangout tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I guess we'll do some sort of something,
A little
you
something,
know,
something.
you know. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do something. So join us tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, and we'll answer any questions, you know,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they're about Taco Bell and tacos, because we can talk about that stuff nonstop. Have a good night, 802 Blues.
We could talk about that stuff. We can talk about what the last thing we laughed at was.
Huh? David Allen says, oh, excuse me, need to do the Sammy Hagar. Huh? Once he left San Fran to Malibu in 2 hours, 15 minutes? What?
I think David Allen is sleep talking.
But they had a roadblock in San Bernardino. They clocked him at 180 miles per hour. Dude, yeah, I actually some years ago, well, meaning 20, about 20 years ago, I found myself behind Sammy Hagar in traffic. And I knew that because I actually saw his face I was at a stoplight and I was behind a Porsche, right? And I just happened to see the guy's face in the mirror and it was Sammy Hagar. I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa, because he lives in the area. So it's not too surprising. I've seen a lot of people you guys would know of, just driving. I was behind Billy Armstrong from Green Day one time, in his SUV or whatever. Because same thing, I saw his face in the thing. I was behind Wavy Gravy one time, if you know who he is, the clown.
Mm-hmm.
I've anyway. Anyway, so I followed Sammy onto the freeway because I was headed the same way. And once he hit the freeway, he was gone. Literally, he was just like, "See ya."
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy though. It was crazy. Imagine, seeing, thinking, "Oh, that's a cool car," and then seeing that guy's face in the mirror at a stoplight. It's like, whoa, you know. Oh, he says that in his book. David Allen says, "Oh, cool." Sammy says that in his book. How we got down there in 2 hours. That's insane, man. Hey, Manny. Hey, everyone. Can't tune in tonight because I'm out at a bar with some friends. It's too loud. Just want to say hi and show my support and drop a like.
Thank you.
Have a great evening. Yes, Manny. If you happen to hear this, have a great evening to you as well. Hit Two Blues, Johnny. Do the Grateful Dead guys live by you or in that area? I would say, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. There's a lot of people that live out here that, especially if you know of the San Francisco music scene. Actually, Santana uh, lives lives in the area. Um, so many guys. Huey Lewis, Hagar. Uh, there's so many bands. It's so many.
Yeah.
So anyway, cool. Okay, well, thank you everybody for listening. Okay, it's almost midnight. It's almost midnight here, so I've got something I got to do around midnight. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do a hangout tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. It'll be me and Nesdal and I don't know who else. Jonathan Kane was in Guitar Center. Huh? Yeah. Actually, my a friend of mine, he played drums in the Mayflower. He used to give Jonathan Kane's son drum lessons. I just remembered that.
It's crazy.
Jonathan Kane was in Guitar Center 100 Oaks, Nashville yesterday. He lives in Franklin, Tennessee. Very nice guy. Cool, man.
Thought they were on the road.
Huh?
I thought Jonathan Kane was on the road with Journey right now. Tom Weber's on, he's on the road with Journey, and Jonathan Kane is in Journey.
Mm-hmm. Are you sleeping?
And just about waiting for you to say goodnight. But it's like an Italian goodbye. You say goodnight and then half hour saying goodnight still.
Uh-oh. Somebody's getting cranky.
Not
All right. All right. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. And somebody's joined. Okay, I guess we have to start all over. Hey, this is no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're about to hang up. But yeah, rewind the tape. You can hear everything we said. Oh, someone else joined. Oh, wow. Hey. Okay. I got something I got to do at midnight. Or 3 a.m. or whatever. Eastern. So I got to split. Be back tomorrow. Live hangout. 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. Talking about Van Halen. I mean, why not?
Okay.
That's a cool.
Sure.
It's a cool thing to talk about.
Yeah. Why not?
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one of those Frankenstein keychains. Maybe I'll show it to you guys. It's cool. It's awesome. All right. Johnny Beane, Facebook.com/guitarist Johnny Beane. Have a great night, everybody.
See ya.
And see you tomorrow. Bye.
Later.